people, I'm Ginny Metheral, I'm a 4th generation witch. Today I want to talk about these little boys. Now these are known as witch cakes. They were used by the people of old to defend against witches, but witches also used them. So this is the Ginny Metheral guide to making, creating, using a little bit of history on the witch cake. Witch cakes have been used for a long time, actually. You Americans will probably know them from the Salem witch trials, where the enslaved woman Tituba gave a witch cake to the Reverend Paris dog, which contained the urine of his daughter, who was suffering from some sort of seizure. She was then burnt as a witch. That is possibly where you have come across witch cakes from. However, witch cakes were used as generally as charms. Now, it was thought that these witch cakes were used by people to defend themselves against the hexes and curses of witches themselves. There is a case in Yorkshire where a witch cake was baked and it was using the hair and urine of a man to lift a vexatious curse which had come upon him. Now, what they are doing is essentially they're putting into a protective amulet or charm the DNA, so the hair or urine, as they often did, of the person concerned. So therefore, the curse will be attracted into the witch cake. This can then be thrown away with the curse, or fed to the dog, as they did in the Salem witch trials. You can see the witch cakes because they've got these wonderful spikes on them. This is almost apotropaic magic with their thorny spikes. Yorkshire was incredibly keen on witch cakes, and the people would make them and hang them from their doors. Now, witch cakes nowadays, I would suggest that you can use in all sorts of different ways. My favourite way to use a witch cake is to take your witch cake and then anoint it with some oil. The oils that I'm going to use today are, of course, rose geranium. If I place a tiny little bit of oil on this, there we go, lovely, that's enough, just a few drops. Oh, it smells divine. This is then going to be hung behind my door to scare away the people coming into my house and bearing hexes. And if you want to protect it against you, you can put some of your own hair into the dough mix. But in order to do that, you know how to make them. So here is what you do. So it's not difficult to make. You will need plain flour, or I think we call it all-purpose flour. And I've got just a little bit of spring water and then a bowl to mix it in. I mean, it couldn't be simpler. Simply take some flour, add some water, and mix it to a dough. I think that's probably going to be enough. Who knows? I mean, this is the first time I've made one, so I don't know. No, need some more. I hate mixing dough and flour. It is just the feeling of my fingers is never good. Yeah, God, I hate it on my hands. I also think I need to wear an apron, which I haven't done yet. A bit like making Play-Doh, isn't it? Doesn't feel very nice, I have to say. Let's do our first. You roll it into a ball, and then you can put some nice spikes on it. Now, the number of spikes that you put on has got importance. So I'm going to try and put on 9 spikes. 9 is a very magical number. 3 times 3, power of 3 comes to 9. It's very witchy. The spikes are reminiscent of thorns. I'm going to poke a hole, oh gosh, using a skewer. I make the hole quite big because it will close up, I presume, during the cooking process. So that's one done. What do you think? Beautiful. Let's do another. You don't have to put 9 spikes on. 9 is simply a very magical number. You can put as many on as you like. I'm actually going to try and put 6 spikes on this one for a money spell. The number 6 is most associated with money. This is why the devil is known as 666, because he has the power over all money. So that is what I'm going to try and do. Oh, there's 7. Oh, well, we're going to do 7, which is for luck. Let's do 1 for luck. And finally, put the hole in. So I put them in a hot oven and left them there for about half an hour, forgetting about them. And now they're completely done and dried out, rock hard. And they look rather wonderful, I think. I like the little spikes on them, although the hole hasn't come out particularly well. I'm going to use some rather beautiful red velvet ribbon to tie them up with. Red is the colour of protection, and everything always has red of it in the witchy world. I had to use a skewer to poke the ribbon through, but if you make the hole slightly larger, which is what I think you're supposed to do, you shouldn't need to do this. It should be fairly easy. But as they're tough as old boots, it was quite a struggle. The energy vibe on red ribbon is very much about warning and danger, which is why we use it. It is not just saying back off, it's also saying back off because there is going to be a problem if you come near this. Look at that. I'm pleased as punch with this. This is not an everlasting charm. These would have been hung for about a year or a year and a day, some said, behind your door. And when that year and a day was up, you'd take it down and you'd burn it. This would get rid of any of the hexes or the negative energy that it has absorbed. I do rather like a witch cake. This one's particularly beautiful, even though I made it myself, but I think they're marvellous. I think I'm just going to cover mine with a bit more of the delicious rose geranium oil and hang it behind my door to ward off any future hexes or curses that come my way. It's pretty cool, actually. I rather like them. So what I really want to know is that if you're going to do this, what are you going to use your witch cake for? Leave me a comment below, or you can go to the Ginny Metheral community chat. Just click on the link just below this video. If you don't want to go and have a look at the chat, why not go and look at Patreon? There's a good course on there at the moment, the Witchcraft course, which is doing marvellous for everybody who started. All my students who are on it at the moment are enjoying it so much. I thoroughly recommend it. I don't join using an Apple device or an Apple app because Apple will charge you a third more. I know. Terrible, isn't it? Join it through patreon.com/Ginny Metheral. Otherwise, please don't forget to like and subscribe because that really helps my channel. And I will see you in my next video.